One of the neat things, and I've got to talk with 2 or 3 guys on the podcast who I've taught their kids in class and had some interaction that way. And so it was neat really being able to have Aubrey in class in a classroom setting and just having some conversations with her. What kinds of things do you guys do? And then how did you know what to do, if that makes any sense at all?
It does make sense. And first of all, let me just say how incredible you are as an educator and as a facilitator for those students, and how thankful we are for you
pleasure.
and for Rachel stepping up in that regard, and Josh and Brandy. It's amazing to me how much impact you can have on people in that stage of life, in that weird middle school zone.
Oh my word! Yeah.
They look up to you so much. And I just had a wake-up call actually at a wedding where I saw a couple folks where I was a small group leader for a couple folks that were in that stage of life. I had no idea how much impact I had had on them.
Wow.
And Crystal is better in this area than me. I will just fully and totally admit that. She is more patient. She is more intentional in this area, whereas, I definitely wander in terms of this is the priority for me right now, and I'm going to have to go do this thing, and balancing my own entrepreneurial endeavor with a very difficult job, a job that I love, but is very difficult. But one thing that we have done into last year, and that we're working back towards as we move into our new home and develop some new rhythms, is just having a time where we come together and just have like a family worship time where it's just bring something, as Corinthians would say, just bring something to edify the family, something that's on your heart, something that you're learning. And that way, we were for a period of time doing more of the top down. I'm going to read to you this Bible story. And that's great. Now that the more you can have the word of God and put into you is just, there's never going to be a bad thing that comes from that.
Oh, no.
But there needs to be an opportunity for your kids to be able to react and respond in a really meaningful way and participate in that. And not just in the sense of, well, what did you think about that? Or answer this question that I just asked you. No, let them explore what their own relationship with God is starting to look like and what they're wrestling through. So, the first time we did that together as a family, it was about me demonstrating vulnerability. This is something that I am challenged by right now. This is something I am working through. And I think especially for Aubrey right now, that's so important for her to see that we are working on this walk with God in the same way that you are. We're over here. We've figured out a lot in terms of some things that we have been able to overcome through the grace of God, some things that we have learned, some hard-fought knowledge that we have collected, again, through the Spirit and through the grace of God. We are here, and you are here. But that does not mean that we're not on the same path together, and that we're not all working hard to take steps together. So let's not pretend that the parents are able to just illuminate exactly the path for you, because that's not going to happen. You have to find this for yourself. And that's why so often there's that moment of truth that comes in the end of high school or early college phase. Where all of a sudden, children have to find the faith for themselves for the first time.